Hey there everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Yucaipa Valley Real Estate Life. And I'm sure like most of you, I am sort of in a shelter in place type of situation here at the house. So it was back in January 19th that we had the actual first case of coronavirus in the United States, and it was up in Washington. But in the last 2 months, a lot has changed. And so many of you are probably at a place of thinking, what am I supposed to be doing for my business right now when I can't even leave my house? How can I make things better for myself so that you can come out with a greater market share, or at least retain the market share that you have? So today we're going to talk about why I think shelter in place is actually great for your business. Okay, so there are definitely going to be some changes that come out of this, but the way that we react to things in our life is definitely what sets us apart from the pack. So we're going to talk about my 3 main ideas for things that can make this shelter in place actually a positive for your business. First, I think that an actual social media analysis is going to be a good place to start. What have you really actually been doing on your social media to let people know about yourself and your business and to drive traffic to your website if that's your goal? Secondly, we're going to talk a little bit more about what you can do at home that maybe you didn't know you had capability to do at home as far as working remotely, but ways to keep holding appointments and going to meetings without having to come in contact with anyone face to face. And then the third thing we're going to talk about is your website, your bios, your updates all over the place. So we all have so many accounts that are online, whether it's social media accounts, personal accounts, emails, websites, business accounts. So while we're sitting in our home, it's a really good opportunity to kind of address some of those things, and we'll go through some tips for that as well. Okay, so first is the social media analysis. To me, social media is anything online that you have a profile for. So it's not just Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, things like that. I also think of like your Google Plus account or your Gmail account as one of your social media accounts, because it is sort of attached to your name with information on a profile. So those are the things that we're talking about when we're discussing social media. Now, I know you're probably stuck at home, you have very limited ability to have any social interaction, but that doesn't mean that you can't be social. So get out there, get on your Facebook, make a post, talk about your business, talk about how it's straining your business, reach out, interact with people, and just make sure that you're using this time to interact with your customers in a way that you maybe didn't have an opportunity to do before, didn't have time to do before. So we're going to talk about a few of the main social media accounts that I think are really important for people to have right now. You can see on the list that, probably many of them you have personally for yourself or your family, but I think it's really important to have separate accounts that represent your business. And that may come with creating a Gmail account specifically for your business or a Google account specifically for your business. And we'll talk a little bit more about why I think that's important here in a second. Okay, so obviously a Facebook is important. I think everyone probably has a Facebook, but if you haven't yet, create a Facebook business page so that you can promote your business independent from your personal page. Additionally, start an Instagram account if you don't already have one. Facebook owns Instagram, so they do connect really well together. And one of the things that I really like is that if you post to Instagram or on your Instagram story, you can push directly to your Facebook. You can even link other accounts like your Twitter and Tumblr and stuff like that. So you can post from one engine and kind of like push it out to the others to increase your content on those different platforms. So a Facebook and an Instagram, get it. If you don't already have a Gmail account associated for your business, I would definitely recommend to create a Gmail account. The main reason for that is that YouTube allows only each account can only manage a certain amount of channels in your YouTube. So you want to make sure that your business is managing channels that are directly related to your business, and they're not like intermingling with your personal YouTube account. Besides all the obvious main social media platforms, I think right now a big important one to get on board with is the Google My Business platform. If you haven't already identified your business on Google My Business, know that people are looking for your business on Google. So make sure that you attach your Gmail account, your YouTube channel if you have one, your Facebook, your email into your Google My Business account, so that when people are searching for your type of industry in their area, Google will be able to find you online. And that's really what people need, is just to be able to be found online. I think the biggest problem that faces most small business owners is obscurity. So people just not knowing who you are, or that you do the business that you're in. So having that Google My Business account attached to all of your online social media platforms is really a great way to start a nice basic network that gives all that extra little dings and pings on the Google searches. Now that you have all your social media set up, make sure to create some content. Make a plan for yourself and then stick to it, and take this opportunity for yourself. Don't just talk about it, get on there and do it. People are literally sitting at home scrolling their phones and computers right now, so you'd be missing a huge opportunity if you didn't take advantage of it right now. Another piece that's really important during these shelter-in-place moments are being able to conduct business remotely. So know that there are a lot of areas where you can have online face-to-face meetings, interviews, sales meetings, sales calls with your customers or with your clients or your colleagues without ever having to come in contact with them. So I tend to really like Google Meet. I think it's easy to use. Pretty much everyone can log in because everyone has a Gmail account or some kind of Google account associated. And then of course, if you're iPhone to iPhone, you can use FaceTime. Facebook live events are a great way to host, parties or seminars type thing where lots of people can communicate, connect, comment. And so don't sell yourself short and say like, oh, well, now I'm home and I can't do any business. So make sure that you are really taking the opportunities that you can to connect with customers and show that you have that one extra step that not every person they come in contact with will have. So step up, step ahead, get yourself out there, and don't cancel your meetings. Finally, the last thing that would be really important and useful for you to do during this shelter-in-place order is to update your websites and all your bios attached to your company website, your company emails. So sometimes that's stuff that gets overlooked. We forget to update our experience level, we forget to update new certifications, turn in paperwork, and generally kind of keep the back end of our website up to date and fresh. Those things are really, really important when it comes to connecting all of your online platforms and making sure that the internet knows exactly who is owning each of the accounts. Not to mention, customers want to get on and see something that's up to date, that seems like there's action on there, that there's movement, and it makes you a live person and a real person. Update your social media photo if you haven't in a long time. It's a great way to garner some attention, as well as your Google photo, any photo that's on your company website or on your personal website. Just make sure that it seems and looks like you and there's a freshness to it, so that when users come to your website, they can feel that you actually are alive behind the page. And that's something that I think is a really important piece that many people forget once the setup portion of a website is done, that you really want to come back and keep it fresh and up to date. I know a lot of you probably have blogs on there that you haven't put a post on in weeks or months, so maybe write a blog post. But I think that's a really good place to start. So look, I know there's a lot of fear and a lot of anxiety right now over what's going to come of all of this. And I hope that everyone is staying safe and staying healthy. In the meantime, make sure to take advantage of this very rare opportunity for you to be at home in front of your devices when you are sure that almost all of your customers and clientele are also at home in front of their devices. So take advantage, get your social media up and running. If it's not, get it up to par. If it's not, make sure that your websites are up to date, your bios, profile pictures are all up to date. And of course, don't forget to hold meetings remotely using FaceTime, Google Meet, Facebook Live, or any of the many platforms that are available for you to meet face-to-face without ever having any contact. I really appreciate you sitting and watching me through this video. Feel free to comment below if there's anything that I didn't mention or if there's anything you'd like to talk about. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with another one.